Raj, I'm still not satisfied with the answer. Why Incubatees will come to you even though they have subject matter expert in their team?
Well, I appreciate that. And the point that I would like to make is that, given my last explanation, if you can refer to my channel, if you see the fact that stays there as it is that subject matter experts, domain agnostic or domain specific, can be there a part of the system. But the one thing is well understood is that they, despite the fact that they are part of the system, they are very possessive about their skill. So it is across the board. It is very clear that when you talk about people who are subject matter experts, and if they are all founders, that is all the more complex situation. So you have a startup or SME where you have the founding member, the founder as a CTO or CXO. And let me be more specific here. Okay, I'll correct myself. A CTO and a founder, stroke founder. So what happens? It is very natural by virtue of human habits that he is very possessive about his skill set. But that is not good for business. You know why? Because in business you have to focus on numbers. You also have to understand the fact that you are playing in a market which is same for all, across the board. In the same market you have a person, a kiosk seller selling vegetables or some other fast-moving consumer goods. Now you have to play the game by the rules of the game. And given the fact that the market is same for you, the rules cannot be different. The way you are going to find out, trace potential leads, convert them into relationship, and do business with them remains the same for you. Having said that, it is compulsory, mandatory, that you interact as much as possible with customers right from the day one. In fact, you will see a lot of videos where you find the mentors saying that make it or fake it. In absence of any seed funding at the initial stage when you're bootstrap funded. And that's a very important point. I would like to just underline that, bring in here and discuss about a situation where you have to understand that customer engagement, be it quasi-customer or a virtual customer, right from all the stages, ideation, brainstorming, idea networking, prototyping, patenting, and later stages, it is compulsory. Now how do you do that? Either you actually play a role-based game and conduct a virtual case study, live case study, and understand the real-time use case. The other is you do it in live and also in a way where you are actually interacting with a potential lead. Which potential lead can be converted to a relationship as a customer. Now, having said that, an SME, a subject matter expert, domain agnostic or specific, who is actually a part of the system, also is playing the role of a CTO/founder, will be default very possessive about his skill set and will focus less on numbers. Even if he does not do it intentionally, this is something that comes unintentionally. When his focus emphasis more on his skill set, there is a bad trade-off between focus in terms of focus on skill set and focus on selling or marketing right from the day one. Here I am actually talking about concept selling, which by default does not happen when you actually start focusing on your skill set and become very possessive. The other analogy for any layman is like, say for example, you are in a living relationship and you have a girlfriend. Now if you are very possessive, she leaves you and goes away. And then you finally land in court. The other similar situation is if you are in a marriage institution, married to your wife, the better half stays with you and your spouse is your friend. But if you become very possessive, this is proven fact that she leaves you. You end up meeting with a divorce. So here the same, if you bring this concept here, by analogy, in the case of startup, the startup or SME is firstly your brainchild, okay? And tomorrow your partner is actually is just like your spouse. So this is a complete institution. And the same logic can be applied here. is that if you're not doing concept selling, you're not mixing and mingling with people, become very positive about your skill set, you end up damaging your system. Okay, and that is why my suggestion or recommendation is that you start engaging third party, as allow them to vet your system, your product or solution, and that is why the need for an incubator. An incubator is a third party. The incubator may be hired or referred to by the investor, potential investor, and in some cases you may directly interact with the incubator. The incubator gives you feedback right from the day one at each stage, in ideation, in brainstorming, idea networking, prototyping, and later patenting, which is actually a kind of concept selling before the patent office. Thank you.